All right, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the area of a circle, which you can think about is how much space is inside of the circle. So for the area formula, we have area equals pi r squared, which I like to remember as Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, area equals pi r squared, which is silly, but it helps me remember it. So remember, the radius that we're plugging in only goes from the center of the circle to one point on the circle, and it's half the diameter. So that's what we're looking for when we plug in the radius. Find the area of the circle. They give us the diameter is 6.2 meters. So I'm going to write area equals pi r squared. I need r. If the whole diameter is 6.2, that means that the radius, half of it, is 3.1 meters. So I'm going to say area equals pi times 3.1 squared. Now in your calculator, you can type in 3.1 times 3.1 or 3.1 squared. So this is going to equal pi times 9.61. That's my answer in terms of pi. The only thing I have to do is to take the digits and place them before the pi symbol. So I have 9.61 pi. Then, to get my answer rounded to the nearest tenth, I'm going to plug this in my calculator. So I'm going to plug in 9.61 times pi symbol. And I got a decimal on my first try. That's awesome. So 30.190705. I'm going to leave off the last number because it might have been rounded. And the tenths place is right here. So I cut off my number right there. I look over and it's 5 or above, so I need to give it a shove. So the area is approximately 30.2 meters squared. All right, let's try another one. Find the area of the semicircle. Now for semicircle, you want to take the area formula for a whole circle and you only want half of it. So I'm going to just multiply it by half when I'm done. So area equals, all right, again, I want the radius and they gave me the diameter. So you have to figure out that the radius, which is half of this, is 6.2 feet. So I'm going to say, okay, half times pi times 6.2 squared. The first thing we're going to do is find out what 6.2 squared is, which you could do 6.2 times 6.2, and I get 38.44. So I'm going to write area equals 1/2 times pi times 38.44. The next thing I'm going to do is find out what is a half of 38.44, and I get 19.22 pi. Notice how I wrote the digits in front of the pi symbol. So my exact answer is 19.22 pi. I'm going to plug that into my calculator, and I'm going to get a decimal. So I have area equals 60.381410. All right. It says round to the nearest tenth. Here's my tenths place. I look over. It's 5 or above, so I need to give it a shove. I'm going to say that the area is approximately 60.4 feet squared. All right. And lastly, if the circumference of a circle is 20.4 pi centimeters, find the area and round to the nearest tenth. So first of all, there's two formulas going on here, the circumference and the area formula. So I'm going to write both of those down. Another way to remember these formulas, which is kind of cutesy, is cherry pie is delicious, apple pies are too. Just something some people do just to remember. So I'm going to start with the circumference of a circle is 20.44 pi, and I'm going to plug it in to this formula. And I should be able to find out what the diameter is. So here we go. 20.4 pi equals pi times diameter. And I can solve for the diameter because the diameter is being multiplied by pi. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi. The diameter is 20.4. Now, why is that helpful? Well, I need to find the area. And to find the area, I need the radius. And having the diameter is helpful because if the diameter is 20.4 centimeters, that means the radius is half of that, 10.2 centimeters. So now I can take my formula, I can plug in 10.2 centimeters, and I can square it. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 10.2 times 10.2. Whoa. All right. I'm going to write the digits first. And it says we want to round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to multiply that by pi. Write down all my digits before I round, except the last one. This is round to the nearest tenth. Here's my tenths place. The next number over is a 5 or above, so I give it a shove. My answer is going to be the area is approximately 326.9 centimeters squared. I hope this was helpful. Please see me if you have any questions.